We love hip hop.
All right.
Oh. Just to put you on game before, in case you never came across it, we done a Punjabi tune with Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah, eh?
Yeah. So we could talk about that as well, like bringing the culture together and all that.
Friday does his research, dog.
I'm sure.
Listen, fam, and the good thing is we're already recording, so we already got that part.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
I can't hear myself though.
Unfortunately,
check
I can hear you.
the plug on the one side. It might be a little bit messed up.
There we go. Yeah, we good. Bless.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Blitz.
You know what I'm saying? Friggin', I'm glad that y'all are in town here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yo, thanks for having us, man.
Yo, listen, thanks for coming through. I think we could start off with some music here. Let's get it popping.
100.
Let's take a little bit back here.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Na 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 na.
We back.
Jeez. Yo, Friday with the Indian tunes, bro.
You know we got to start it off right.
Yo,
you know
bless,
what I'm saying?
yo, bless.
So we back at it. This is your boy Friday Ricky Tread here with another interview for your head top. Before we start this, I want to give a big salute to my sponsors. Big salute to the sponsors, Astro Pink. If you know, you know. Check them out on their website, myastropink.com, or on their Instagram page, Astro Pink Worldwide. They got that fuego. Also, hit up Diamond Club. They got deliveries all over the GTA. You can find them on Instagram at Diamond Club _905, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed website or app. They got them goodies for ya. But I'm really, really, really happy to be getting this conversation here, a history lesson as that we got to get going on here today.
Definitely,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? And these two gentlemen have what I would call pioneers of the Indian hip hop scene for Canada.
Facts.
You know
Worldwide,
what I'm saying?
probably, but Canada specifically,
Sure.
Yeah. But y'all really helped to put Canada on the map.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Letting people know that brown guys got bars. And, you know what I'm saying? Melodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
So with no further ado, we have Blitz and RoachKilla in the building.
Thank you, Friday, for having us, man. You've been putting in work from time. I just want to say, dog.
Thank you.
From watching you manage Empire to everything you've done till today, bro, I salute you, fam, because you've been putting it on, bro.
Sure,
No,
man.
thank you, man. Thank you. And I really happy that y'all came through, like I said. You know what I'm saying? First of all, even with you, RoachKilla, where are you traveling from? Like, I know you move around a lot, but where are you coming from right now?
Right now, I'm coming from the UK, man. I'm coming from that United Kingdom, you know, bro. That top boy thing, you know, fam.
Yeah. So right now, and Blitz, you live here.
Yeah, so I was living in England back and forth with Roach, like for years. But obviously, like, yo, my home is Toronto. I'm a Saga man from day one. So
I grew up in Scarborough, actually.
Okay.
All my life. Like, I was born in actually Africa. I was born in Libya. And I was about 10 years old. I moved to Toronto and I moved to Scarborough and literally lived there for like 20 years. You know what I mean? And then eventually I moved to England. Okay. But I'm a Toronto man, Scartown repping.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's break down the history then. We'll start with you, RoachKilla. Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned Libya, right?
Yeah.
Sadha, originally.
Sorry? Sabha. Yeah, that's actually
like right near the Sahara Desert. And
the Sahara Desert. So that's actually Gaddafi's hometown where I was born. So I grew up there. Man, it was a lovely country, man. It was peaceful, man. Now it's a shame where it's at now.
Yeah.
But man, I love the country, man. The people, everything was blessed, man.
So what was it like when you first moved, like around that 9-10 years old? Like, was it a culture shock? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, man, it was mad different because I'm coming from the desert. First of all, I'm going to Canada. So like when my pops told me, it's like, yo, we're moving to Canada. The only thing I could picture in my mind was mountains with snow. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, you know, have a sled, maybe go down. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's all. I'm not even thinking city. So when we pull up to the city, we came through downtown the first day, like the very first time. And I'm just looking up like, this is not what I pictured, but like, wow, you know what I mean? And then the area that we moved to was like, obviously at that time, like this is like 1988 I'm talking about, like there was it was open to immigrants to come from all around the world. So everybody was an immigrant at that time, developing city, you know? So where I moved, like it was full of Caribbean people, but mostly Jamaicans. You know, it was obviously Chinese and Guyanese, but there's a lot of Jamaicans. So me coming from Africa, you know what I mean? I come land in this country, the only thing I'm familiar with is like the black culture because I'm coming from Africa, you know what I mean? So my connection right away in this country was right away, okay, where I'm living, I see mostly Jamaicans, so I'm like, okay, I can connect with it.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to some of the music and stuff, and obviously because Indian music got a lot of melodies, and so does reggae, you know what I mean? So obviously I'm connecting to them, like, yo, this is calm, man. This is me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm growing up like that. So that's why kind of like my flows are more patois-fied or more reggae culture-fied instead of just hip-hop, which I love, of course, as well.
Yeah.
And then we fuse it with Punjabi because that's where we're from, Punjab,
Okay.
So we fuse the two together. Like, I don't know if you remember back in the days, there was an artist called Apache Indian.
I remember him.
What in your body? Oh, wake up your belly. You know what I mean? So when I was growing up, he was just coming out. So for me, it was like, I'm living in Toronto. I'm surrounded by Jamaican people. This guy's doing the same thing. He's Indian. He's singing reggae. So I've connected like, yo, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like affirm my whole vision like, yo, that's the lane I want to be in because that's me. So it wasn't like forced. Like, one day I woke up and said, yo, I want to sing reggae today. Yeah. It's like I'm growing up with it. Yeah. This is what I'm learning how to speak English through patois, through all the yardies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming from Africa, bro. I did not know English. I was speaking. I basically, you know what I mean? I'm I don't know full patois, but point is like, there's certain slang or whatever I'm learning through that. I'm not saying, yo, what's happening? I'm saying, wagwan, Virgin, you know what I mean? So, that's how I kind of grew up. That's why the love for the reggae is there. So that's why I still keep it in my music, and I fuse it with our Asian culture as well.
Yeah. And with you, Blitz, meanwhile, you were in the Saga side.
Yeah.
Okay. So born and raised in that area.
Yeah.
Okay. You grew up in a Punjabi household?
Yeah, definitely. So Punjabi, like everyone else, like parents immigrated here during like the first Trudeau, like the original Trudeau,
Yeah.
So
Justin's dad.
Yeah, Justin's dad. And then, just same immigrant story though, bro. Like you're growing up with like 15 aunties and uncles in your house. And like, you can always connect. Your friends always just end up being other minorities. Yeah. Whether they're West Indian, whether they're Arabic or whatever they might be. But it's like, the white people are making fun of your mom's cooking. They're making fun of my mom's cooking too. You bond. My mom's gonna beat me up because I didn't pass this grade or, I didn't excel. Yeah. So our cultures are very similar, bro. Yeah. West Indian, East Indian culture is very similar. The heavy influence of the West Indian culture in Toronto. So just coming up with that, bro, and then, it's just funny just because Toronto and Brampton and Saga are like the epicenter of Indians. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't realize like now, years later, South Asians, and when I say South Asian, I mean Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, Bangladesh. Yeah. We're the largest minority in Canada. The average person looking at it would never think so. They would think there's no way there's more Indian people in Canada than there is black people or Asian people. But we're the largest minority, and the heaviest population is concentrated in the west end of Toronto. Yeah.
I think Brampton has like 50% or something like that.
Probably more, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how, the environment you grew up with, all you know is your brethren are Caribbean or Indian. Everyone's Indian around you. Just that environment around you is what raised me.
Yeah. So how did you two meet?
So basically what happened was we were talking Sonny, the cause.
Yeah, salute to Sonny.
Salute to Sonny, the cause. He's in Australia now.
Yeah, he was a link. Going out to the cause, man.
So there wasn't that many. There is Indian people that grow up downtown, but Sonny was one of the few people that grew up in Christie Pitts. So I didn't know too many Indian. I had never met like an Indian Rasta before. He's a Rasta, right?
Yeah, long dreads.
Yeah, long dreads. And it was like, and because he grew up in the housing co-op in Christie Pitts, he's surrounded by Rastas. That's what raised him. Yeah. So he just heard about, there's some Indian guy rapping. Me and him connected. He worked at Christy Ossington Youth Drop-In Center. He did Grab the Mic and Spit. At the Christy Ossington Drop-In Center, there was Empire coming through, Hustle Man coming through. Yep. Everyone was coming through. I'm meeting all these people for the first time as an Indian guy from, and then as I'm linking through the city, I start hearing, you need to meet this guy, RoachKilla. He's from the East and I'm from the West. He's from the East.
Yeah.
We never, we never got on. The East and the West, we always used to say our thing. Only time we used to go to the West to see them, get them to schools. You know what I mean?
So, but it's like back then, miles apart. And back then there was there's no social media. There's no Instagram or Facebook. Yeah. So you just keep hearing rumors of, Blitz, you're bad, but you need to meet this dude Roach in the East and he's eating man's up. I'm like, yeah, bring him, come, let's go, But just through ways, we just kind of linked up. Through the network.
Mutual friends and stuff. Mutual friends. Because the thing is, the Indian scene is not that big. Like, it might look to people from outside that it's big, but the people actually in the scene is
everyone knows each other.
Everyone knows everybody. So you heard just like any other, you hear, yo, I heard the man's from West End, I heard from Saga. Yo, you heard that man from Tobico, that guy's bad too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just easy. So we connected through mutual friends and stuff. And then I think we really, really more connected because both of us were kind of like, we went to England around the same time to push because we realized that the England scene, the Indian scene was a lot bigger. They had a lot bigger infrastructure. They had things like BBC Asian Network. They had a certain network. Imagine Flow, just dedicated to Indian people, but on the mainstream circuit. So then we realized, okay, there's opportunity there for us to go and expose our music because at that time, England was like the hub where if you're blowing up in England, that means worldwide, everybody listens to watches that. It's like the mecca of hip hop. People used to look at New York like, yo, what's popping in New York for the hip hop? You know what I'm saying? So if you want an Indian urban scene, England is that.
You gotta blow in England back. Roach is right. So where the Bronx in New York were the mecca of hip hop, London and Birmingham in England was the mecca of like, if you want to be known and you're Indian worldwide, you have to go to England back then.
For like a bit more urban. Like
a bit more urban music. And then, so what happens is we're both getting known and we're going there as mans from here. And then eventually it made sense like, yo, bro, you're going there, I'm going there too. Yo, let's split a condo. Let's go together. Yo, when you going, I'll book the ticket same time. And then, yo, from there, bro, obviously you spend that much time with somebody, you're grinding, you're on the same grind with them. Yo, that person becomes like your family because when you're grinding,
they feel the pain, you know what I mean? They feel the hustle. Every penny counts because if you're in a different country, you're hustling from here, you're coming over there, you're thinking like, yo, the house is about a 50-minute walk. I could save this £5 and I could eat later. So if I could save this money, I can do this. So like, all right, cool. We feel the pain, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the same hustle, same vision. So you connect more.
And to see someone go from like, for example, like there was nights where we always tell this story. There was, when we first started going to England, I remember one of the first times we went there, we were doing a tour. One of the stops in Leeds. We were in Leeds, England. We did a show and we came out and the promoter was like, he kind of just tried to hustle us and he's like, yo, I only got £20. And £20 for me, him and the DJ, bro, £20 is $20. So, bro, we rocked this show. Remember Faces nightclub? Yo, it was packed. Yo, we come out and we're sitting on the curb. Now, all we could do is order like maybe 2 slices of pizza or whatever. We're just sitting there together, like fish and chips. We're sitting there, we're laughing. And like that $20 we made sure we split it.
Yeah.
But to watch that, from that to watching each other rock shows with 10,000 people in the crowd and in Bollywood movies and hundreds of thousands of views, you're like, rah.
It's just crazy, man. But like, you know, the thing is because we're going there, we're not staying there. We're going there for like 2 weeks and coming back.
Okay.
Then we're hustling here and then coming back again for another 6 weeks and coming back. So it was like a slow transition, 6 weeks here, right? 2 months here, then 4 months here.
This is early.
It's like 2006 onwards, 2007 onwards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, continue.
So we land now. We're doing the BBC Asian Network uni tour, right? So we're going different cities.
How did you get that show?
So I'll kind of break it down. So what happened was when we were coming up, I was battling dudes in Saga and I was starting to do all these showcases. And this is through Sunny, I started doing showcases. And that's when I was seeing you guys come through Empire and New Mans. But yo, bro, you guys were rolling deep.
Yeah.
You know, back then, like you guys are from the city. You guys, I'm coming to showcase. I'm seeing Hustle Man, Empire, KDB, like all these guys roll up.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling 50 mans deep and it's just me and Sunny. You know? And I'm just like, bro, I ain't got no support unit out here. And yo, the community, the black community was always loving and accepting. Not once can I say did anyone ever call me anything racial. Not anyone made me feel not welcome. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just me and my brethren there, and I don't know none of these guys, and these guys are running the spot. So it felt like my biggest disadvantage being Indian, because there wasn't that many Indian people rapping. Now you got Paisley, you got all these guys, Nav. Back then, nobody was rapping. It was just me and him.
Yeah, 06, there was
nobody.
We was rapping since 93,
since the late 90s.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I ain't giving my age away, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still 21, blah.
So what ended up happening was, because it was so rare for Indian guys to rap, there's this producer called Punjabi MC, and he produced that big track for Jay-Z on the Indian beat. Beware the Boys, right? As soon as the beat dropped, we got the streets locked, Punjabi MC, Jay-Z, and that spot. That shit hit #1 all over the world. Till this day, bro, you see people go crazy in the club when that drops, right? Yeah. That guy got his hands on my demo tape. And he, at that time, he just did the tune for Jay-Z, so he was the biggest thing in the world, in the Indian scene, right? So as soon as he heard my thing, he couldn't believe it. He goes, yo, who's this guy rapping? Who's this guy? And they're like, yo, he's a Punjabi guy. They're like, nah, this ain't no Punjabi guy. He don't sound Punjabi.
Yeah.
The guy couldn't believe it, but he came. He loved me. So he had a radio show on the BBC. He played my entire demo tape. I remember. All the 6 tracks of the demo track. The entire BBC, all England is listening to this guy now. So now all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. Universal UK sending me money. Def Jam UK sending me money. BBC on rotation nonstop. I'm getting all these royalty checks. I'm a freaking kid in Toronto. I'm like, yo, nobody really knows me in Toronto, but yo, I'm blowing up like crazy in England.
In the UK, yeah.
And I'm starting to go to Sunny. I'm like, yo, bro, Universal's giving us money, do all these. Let's pack a bag full of mixed CDs. Let's go out there. Went out there. And just that same graph that like Empire and you guys had, and that Toronto man graph.
Yeah.
Literally took 1,000 CDs in a backpack, posted up in downtown Leicester Square in London, and just started battling, man, selling CDs, selling like the SARS mixtapes.
Yeah.
Just took that formula and just started pushing it. And through that, every time we would go back, the BBC would be like, yo, there's some Indian guys downtown, because they weren't used to that hustle.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, there's some Indian guys just battling everybody, just going like just off the top.
Going
They're just
ham.
greasy, going ham. And out of that, bro, we started getting put onto the BBC tours. Next thing you know, the tour goes from like a college tour to next thing we're doing like, I don't know, do you know what Glastonbury Festival is?
No.
Glastonbury is
It's
like
that Coachella, but for England.
like the Coachella of England.
England.
So 3 days, like Woodstock, like 3 days in
Yeah.
an open field, 1 million people out there. I start getting booked for those type of things.
Mad.
So now the whole story is becoming is like me and him are going, performing in front of 10,000 people. We're coming back. Nobody knows us in Toronto. But it's kind of a bittersweet thing where we're receiving the praise out there, but when we come back, it's like, nah, dog, I'm not trying to perform at Alto Basso for $200. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just did Coachella of England.
And the crazy thing with that is his story is a little bit different than mine, but going back to what you're gonna say, my story was I went to UK and the same thing. Like, you know, I know there's a scene out there and I'm trying to hustle to it, dropping my CD off the radio stations, blah, 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 blah. I'm there now, and this is you know who Jay Sean is?
Yeah.
I'm going down, 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 down. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay Sean, yeah. So we knew the whole story. Like we knew we were coming at the same time, so I knew there were people what. So when I heard that song on the radio, his very first song, it was called Dance With You. And they left a 4-bar loop at the end. And I knew they were the biggest shit over there at that time. So I'm like, yo, you know how Greasy Man do, jack the beat.
Yeah.
So I jacked the beat, put a 4-bar loop, boom, put the whole song up, and I dropped reggae and hip hop on that track. Like Toronto, man, like a Toronto style swag on it. And I sent it to the radio. The man's loved it so much, the DJ started playing it. DJ's playing it, so the producers listening, Jay Sean's listening, they're like, yo, this is our beat. Like, who's Jack the Beat? Who's this guy? So they call into the radio station and they ask who this is. The man's like, yo, some guy from Toronto. He's like, is he Jamaican? He's like, nah, he's Asian. He's like, who's rapping? He's like, Asian. And man's baffled the fuck. They're like, yo, what the fuck? They flew out to Toronto. They came out here, signed that song, put that shit on a CD compilation on Virgin, dancehall something, yeah? They put us with Super Cat and Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. So I was like, Ross, that's a mad thing.
Yeah.
It's because they were blowing up, boom, because of them, boom, got booked for the BBC Asian Network tour, etc.
Yeah.
Going back to it. So now, because we're blowing up in the UK, suddenly everybody over here is like, oh, Roach, what you saying, dog? Like this and this. Suddenly, you get what I'm saying? Before,
You know how that goes.
you know how that goes, right? Suddenly,
Straight up, bro.
suddenly it's like, yo, that's my boy, dog, on TV.
I've been
before,
you've been my boy from time.
I went to school with that guy. You know what I mean?
bro.
Yeah.
But it was like Friday. It was crazy because the dynamic is like back then in Toronto, if you weren't on Flow and you weren't on Much Music, you ain't shit, right? But it's so crazy. Is like, and that's kind of why I reached out to you and I wanted to come on the podcast. Is really to tell people, bro. Not only is there more than one way to get to the bag, there's more than one bag.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, doggy?
the
Like,
pound is bigger than the dollar. You know what I'm saying?
like if you ain't getting on certain avenues, bro, like for all the younger kids growing up, like there's different avenues now. But just because you're not on Toronto Rappers or Six Buzz or on Northern Bars or not on G98.7, fam, you
don't
can create
matter,
your
though.
own lane. You can create a whole career for yourself, even if mandem don't know you on like, you know, like quote unquote a mainstream level.
And it don't even be mainstream. It's pretty niche, to be honest.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. There's one thing I want to know.
Yeah.
From back that time, did you guys have your sound developed the way it is now, or was it just more straight traditional hip hop? Did you always incorporate
The Asian?
sounds and stuff like that, or did that come along the way?
That came along as you learn the business and your target markets and you start kind of working towards that to get the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
But you still obviously on your EPs or albums drop the real shit. But to grab the attention, just like it's a commercial radio stuff, you know. But we add the little influence of the Asian. But when I came to England, bro, I was greasy. Like I'm talking like
Gold
hardcore
fronts in our
gold
mouths.
fronts, like just Toronto, Scarborough. Like, and the music was just like hard. There's nothing to do with Asia. Like if you didn't see me, you fucking would be fucking baffled. Like, yo, that's not an Indian guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So then when I came to the UK, my man's told me to say, yo, dog, like we love what you do and all that, but these guys ain't gonna sell into that shit.
Yeah.
This is too much for them, bro. You're coming at them too hard.
Yeah.
You need to soften it up a bit. So then I understood. So I said, all right, so what's working? So I listened to this stuff. What they like was melody, reggae. Because Indian music and like especially Punjabi music and reggae have a connection from way back. Like I'm talking 80s. These guys have been doing it, blending it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the 80s, even 70s probably. They're blending it from ska
Even
music.
the tempo, the beats and
tempo.
Because
a good Bhangra track is like Bhangra music is hit, but in Punjabi is hit Bhangra, right?
Yeah.
That's like a 80 to 85 tempo. So is reggae. Reggae is like 75 to 85 depending on how you know. So slow reggae. You know? One drops are about that reggae. So it's like a good blend. So that's been banging, especially with the bass. You know what I mean? So people love that. So that's been banging from time, bro.
So when did you guys realize? Okay, so you said the homie put you on.
Yeah.
Now, when you started blending it, did you start seeing the audience like go sky high? Yeah. Well, big salute to the sponsors, Astro Pink. If you know, you know. Check them out on their website, myastropink.com, or you can check them out on their Instagram, AstroPink Worldwide, and make sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel. New video with Smiley called Sixers out now.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's like, yo, you know,
because you guys got numbers. Like, I'm talking like, I see some of RoachKilla's videos, 36 million and stuff like that. Crazy. And I know it's, and I'm not even going to assume, I feel like I know that it's because you've tapped into the South Asian community.
Yeah, that's a huge market, bro. Huge market.
Right? So when did you see that like difference between just doing the traditional hip hop and then when you blended the sound?
I'm going to tell this story.
Tell the story.
So this is when we realized. So we were on this BBC tour. This is when we realized, and it wasn't.
My album came out, the first,
first album. So I haven't even dropped yet.
Yeah,
it's just underground. Even in the Indian scene, it's underground. It's not out on radios. It's nothing. I just literally have come to UK with a CD, press like 50 CDs, and just dashing them out to where I feel like the right people might push it or get something out of it instead of wasting it.
Yeah.
We come out now. We're chilling there, right? Meet a bunch of fans, a bunch of girls, a bunch of guys, and shit. And this bunch of girls come up to us and they're like, yo, you guys should come out, we should go eat, we should go shisha, we should do this and that. So we're like, cool, because we're tourists. We're like, yeah, we're in your city, we'll go do that, right? So yo, let me quickly give you a missed call so you have my number, right? Rang the phone, dog, and it was my tune as a ringtone on her phone.
She didn't even know that.
She didn't even know that was my song.
Just a random girl we just buck up with on the street.
Because
crazy.
after bro, that's when I was like,
I looked at this guy, I was like, bro, we're out of here now. We out of here.
I was like,
people don't even know that's us.
And this is England, you know what I'm saying? It's not even hometown. Like,
but it's like,
it's not even made up. It's not even a virgin that knows a virgin. It's like, yo, this is musically.
Yeah.
This connection is musically, soul musically, nothing else. You know.
But in response to your question though, it's like, dog, it's trial and error. You know, like how you said, we came from here. I was performing at the same venues as you guys. So I'm not going to be performing Indian music to you guys. I'm rapping just like you guys.
Yeah.
But as we go there more and more and we're doing these big festivals, you start to notice like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is getting a bigger reaction than this. This is getting a bigger reaction than this. And then all of a sudden record deals start coming the way. And when you start putting out albums, you know, the label's telling you, yo, to get playlisted on a playlist on the BBC, which is the biggest radio station in the world, you need this type of tune. It needs to be like this. And you're like, all right, cool. Let me make it like this. And then you can see if anybody was interested enough to go check out our catalog, you'd see from the start, it's straight hip hop, greasy mans. And then to now, it's like we fused it to the way where we're just flowing in and out of Punjabi.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell no more. It's just like, yo, it's seamless. But it's taken 20 years to get to that.
Yeah. And even with you, RoachKilla, right?
Yeah.
You started popping up in movies and stuff like you appeared in a movie called Road and a next movie called Judwa 2.
Judwa 2, no, that's actually a soundtrack I've given for Bollywood films. So I've done like three or four Bollywood tracks for films. And Bollywood's huge, again, going back to it, is because I was popping off in England and the brand built. And then that's how I kind of like shifted some to Bollywood stuff. I went down to India, got in touch, you know what I mean? Got connected with people and it was a blessing. But the road film acting. Like, you know how it goes, dog. Like, it's the same thing in any other culture, any other scene. Like, artists jump from rap to acting.
Yeah.
Other, you know, shows and stuff. So it's like...
Hold on. That's not just like anybody. Not everybody just jumps into acting, man. Not every rapper just jumps into acting.
No, I'm saying there has been rappers that have jumped into acting. But I'm saying, so it's the same thing. We're looking to basically broaden the fucking horizon, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get into acting, trying to get into music production. So what I've done is, aside from being an artist, I've gotten into music production. So I produce a lot of artists, you know what I mean? I produce myself and stuff. My whole last album I done myself. So different avenues to get the bag, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about me going on stage and singing. It's about the back end as well, trying to get sync licenses, trying to put your songs in video games and stuff, you know? So there's a different way. You just gotta... Like, as an artist, my advice to people is that I grew up is like, as much as you want to love to do music and get on that mic and blaze a spliff and just drop them vocals, bro, you gotta know where you're pushing that music.
Yeah.
Where is it going? Like, okay, fun and games is cool, but when you're like 30 years old, like, you gotta have that bag by then. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, you're
so
really
business is really music business is as important as the song.
Yeah,
100%.
That's facts. That's facts. And you guys have seen the scene develop now over the years, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, R.I.P. Sidhu Musiwala. You got A.R. Paisley, like you mentioned. You know what I mean? And like
Nav.
Shout out to all of them, man.
Right?
That's dope, man.
So what do you guys think of the scene now, and where do you see it going? Like, as far as like with the South Asian like artists, not just rappers, but R&B singers. Like,
did you watch the Junos this year?
I seen parts of it. I didn't
So
watch the whole thing.
There's this singer called AP Telon, right?
Okay.
And bro, this first time in history, this guy's huge, right?
Yeah.
Probably bigger than any rapper you can think of right now. Bro,
Massive.
He's from Vancouver, but he was an international student, came to Vancouver a couple of years ago. He sings solely in Punjabi, but like over trap beats and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hard, man.
Bro, he's selling so much. He's so big that he actually had a whole performance at the Junos this year, just strictly singing in Punjabi, bro.
Wow.
Man came to Air Canada Center, bro.
Yeah, he sold out the Air. Oh, it's not called Air. Scotiabank Arena or whatever, right?
My bad, I've been gone that long.
you been gone that long, bro.
I came back after 5 years, dog. Like for almost 5 years.
But like, yo, bro. So that's where I see the scene going. Is like when the scene's so big. I've never seen a 5-minute performance on the Junos by a dude speaking friggin' Italian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's huge. The fact that the numbers are that big, and me and Roach always say it is if the scene wasn't getting bigger and better, we would have done something wrong. There's supposed to be an A.R. Paisley.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be there. You know, Nav is supposed to be there. Cause we laid those foundations. Not saying that it's cause of us. The man's are super talented, you know, and they deserve.
No,
to
of
be
course,
there.
bro. You got to start somewhere. You got to
going.
start somewhere. Everybody's helping build that foundation as they go along. So in 10 years from now, Nav and them have set a foundation for the new kids that are coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a momentum. We just need to keep pushing and just getting bigger and bigger.
I don't see it slowing down at all, bro. We the largest. We just overtook China as the largest population in the world. Like, you're not gonna stop it, dog.
That's wild.
We're living proof of that. We don't even need that. We got our own lane.
100%. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I think a lot of artists, like, you know, as much as we want to jump into the mainstream, do the American music, you know how we all want to do that. But we got to understand that actually our market is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's proven. Like, coming from Toronto.
Look at the Latin artists, bro. Their market is way bigger than everybody, bro. They get like Daddy Yankee and them. They get billion views like it's nothing.
Yeah, there's a B next to their
B,
YouTube
bro.
videos.
Like, come on, dog. Self-sufficient. Like, they don't give a fuck. You don't want to play my song? I don't give a shit. My community's all around the world, bro. I don't need you. You need me, dog.
It's kind of like it's kind of a mind. It like messes with your mind in the sense where like when you do come home, you're like, rah, bro. Like, there's a whole scene popping here that don't even know who we are. And you're like, you want your city to love you and recognize, but at the same time, you got to step back and be like, bro, the stuff we're doing is just so much propelled in a different lane that, we don't even need it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the importance of doing podcasts like this, is to bridge them both, you know?
Yeah, bridge the gap.
Yeah, bridge the gap.
And because the thing is, with you guys being pioneers in it, you've seen the scene develop, right?
Yeah.
100%.
And I even like with one of the artists I mentioned with Sidhu, right?
Yeah, Sidhu
Musiwala, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Right? Rest in peace.
Yeah.
One thing I want to know, because there's so many new rappers and stuff like that, is there like pollies within the Asian rap scene?
Oh, hell yeah.
Big salute to our sponsors, Diamond Club Delivery. They got delivery all over the GTA and a crazy selection of flowers, tinctures, edibles, and everything that you need. You can also check them out on the 7 Days of Weed website, s7daw.com, or you can check them out on their Instagram, diamondclub_905.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
What does that look like? Like, does it look the same as it looks?
Yeah, it looks the same in any
every other culture,
it's just
bro.
like, remember, they're influenced by that culture, right? Because hip hop is really from the culture.
Yeah,
So whether it's in any language, the culture comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's people out there that want to bang you. There's people out there that ignore you. It's just it's a matter of who, when, where, how. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you're talking about politics, whether it's industry politics or other politics. Rest in peace. Sidhu's not here no more because of whatever internal politics were going on. You know, whether it's industry or not.
Yeah,
it is serious like that, bro.
But like, because I don't understand the bars, right?
Yeah.
Right, with the exception of the people who rap in English like yourself and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like,
what's the content?
is it in the content? Like, is it in the spoken in Punjabi bars?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm missing?
Yeah, they're calling each other out. They're dissing each other. They're doing all
like
that.
it's egotistic rap. You know what I mean? Like I'm this, I'm that. You ain't shit. I've done this. I got balling. I got money. It's the same shit.
I think behind that though,
just more poetry, different way.
I think a big thing behind Sidhu is you got to remember it's like coming from India, it's like coming from Africa or something. There's politics and coming from a disenfranchised place, bro. There's a lot of corruption and everything that goes on, and just like in Jamaica where people speak about the corruption.
Yeah,
the government may want to get you for that.
Yeah.
You can't be in Jamaica cussing out the government, cussing out the mayor, or whoever is in charge, and not expect to get touched.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the time, the stuff that the man them are talking about is revolutionary, solely about where they're from, and because they're from there and they're in the dirt. Like when Sidhu got
it's
killed,
like parking it, bro. You're just trying to send a positive message for the people. If they stand up for the people, obviously sometimes it's not. You know,
people don't want to hear
if you rub the wrong people, life goes. You know how we know how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're facing the same problems and the same successes as you guys and everybody else, but it's just in a different lane. That's it.
Yeah. And the fan base, right?
Yeah.
One thing I noticed, there's like a lot of like, I don't want to be stereotypical with our fan base, but I know with me, gully mans come up to me and be like, yo, I mess with the podcast, fam. Right? But when I see like music videos and stuff of Punjabi rappers and stuff, or Punjabi music, like the fans look like good kids, students and stuff, but they're listening to hard shit. Why is that?
I think it just sounds good, man. Any music has got no language to it, right? It's music is a feeling, bro. If it hits you, it hits you. It don't matter what language it's in, man.
And like I think,
it's hitting them, you know what I mean?
Because you guys have good kids that come to, like I went to the AR show, and I seen a lot of kids that were there. They look like good kids. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're
I mean, you know, Asian culture, you know, they're very nurturing, the parents, and they're very, you know, they treat mannerism and stuff. So they come from good homes. But like I said, music has no boundary. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If I like something, I just like it. And some kids like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. And okay, a couple more things I want to know, even just on the scene, on the music itself. Can you guys break down the different types of Indian music, right? Because there's Punjabi rap now, right? And that's pretty much and there's Bengali rap, I feel like.
Yes. They're all different languages.
They're all different languages.
India has the most amount of different languages and cultures. So just because someone's Indian doesn't mean we all speak the same language, eat the same food, dress the same way. We don't know none of that. Like you put me next to it, like bro, you go East End. East End is all Sri Lankans. They look like me. Their mom might dress kind of like my mom, but we don't eat the same food. We don't speak the same language. We don't have the same background. So bro, like there's traditional Bollywood music. There's Punjabi music.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I really want to find this out, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a percentage of our audience who kind of listens, but they don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't want a full breakdown on everything, but I need to know what Bollywood music is. I've heard this a couple of times now. What's Bollywood music? Is that like pop?
Bollywood is like Hollywood. That's what's called Bollywood.
Yeah, I know that.
B-Town, Bombay, right? So Bollywood music is like film music, like movies.
But the movies are musicals, bro. If
Yeah,
you ever
they're like-
watch a Bollywood
There's
movie,
like
it's a
5
musical.
fucking songs in
True.
like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like the movie is built around the music.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
the movie sells because of the music.
Yeah.
So the music is actually the real thing.
Oh, so the music is sold separately too.
Yeah, that's what sells
That's
the
what
film.
sells- that's what sells the film.
Heck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's no
okay.
songs in the film, a lot of people won't watch it.
Like we've gotten approached to do Bollywood films, and before the film's even shot, they want the soundtrack
They
done.
want the soundtrack.
Yeah,
'Cause they have
and
to
they
do
give
the
you a
lip
scenario like, okay, the guy's saying this and the girl's feeling this kind of emotion. So can you write something
This is a
according,
gangster
according
movie
to
where the
this?
guy does this.
So it's not just a random song
And you have to
selection
do
like,
that.
yo, here. It's you write majority of the time it's for the scenario.
Yeah. Where in terms of Hollywood, where they'll make the film and they'll be like, yo, what songs fit the
Fit.
vibe
Can
of
we
the
fit
film?
in, yeah.
In Bollywood, it's more like, yo, listen, this is a musical. So we need y'all to make a soundtrack. And then we're going to build a movie around it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Right?
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Man. That's actually
So
very informative,
So
bro.
like hip
And
hop and,
Bollywood
stuff.
is all about Hindi,
Yeah, Hindi.
not
yeah.
Punjabi.
Not Punjabi. They'll have Punjabi songs. But it's
They
all
have
Hindi.
Punjabi song, but it's Hindi.
Yeah.
The language being spoken is Hindi. Because Hindi is a language that a lot more people understand than Punjabi.
yeah.
Around the world, they have a bigger audience, you know?
facts. Yeah.
Okay, and then so there's Bollywood music.
Right.
Yes.
And continue.
Then
What
there's
else is
like
there?
so every culture and every like language has its own music, right? So there's Tamil music, there's Marathi music, which is like down south. There's Punjabi music, there's Bengali music, there's Hindi music,
Pashto music.
Pashto
there's
music,
like-
and then within those you have like, okay, this is the mainstream Bollywood music, but then all of a sudden, we want to do hip hop. So when you look at the top lists and Spotify playlists and everything of India, everything that's making numbers is Bollywood. Everything after that is just considered like whatever, but it's still doing numbers because of the population. There's a
Right.
billion people there.
Yeah.
But if it ain't Bollywood, like our biggest tracks that are just blowing us up out of the water are tracks that we did for Bollywood movies.
I got a track on Spotify that I've done for Bollywood. It's got 36 million streams.
Yeah.
I got a track that I've done independently, Punjabi music for around the world, and that's got about 7 million streams.
Big
so do you get what I'm
difference.
saying? The difference,
Big
you know?
difference.
It's got a good 5 times difference
like
in
when
terms of the audience.
I've never had the song I did for the Gully Boy Bollywood movie. All of a sudden, just boom, just kids all over India just making viral dance videos for it.
100%.
I've never had that for any hip hop song I did. But in India, you do a Bollywood song, it's just people are Bollywood crazy. Like, bro, people in India is such like parts of it. Yes, there's extreme wealth, but there's extreme poverty. So those people escape this extreme poverty through entertainment.
And hip hop talks about that, so they
Yeah.
connect.
That's
So
the
that's why
connection.
Right, so
hip-hop
they
and-
feel that like,
yeah.
it's poverty. I'm coming from the poverty, bro. Like they haven't seen poverty, bro. These people are living in shanties. They're living
Shanty
in
towns, bro.
the slum where man's a shitting right there,
Yeah,
and you're fucking
that's
drinking
India.
from right there, and you're sleeping right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's bad, bro.
It's
not.
poverty.
It's not.
It's like you've been to Yard. Like it's like that, bro.
I
It's like-
haven't been to Jamaica, but
like,
I've
you've
been to
been to
Barbados.
Bro, like,
Yeah,
it's
Barbados, but
bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Poverty is
all of it's
poverty,
bad,
bro,
but
but-
it's a lot of it's real bad, man.
Yeah,
People living on
yeah.
the streets in the slums, bro. Like, and so they connect. That's why some people connect to hip hop because of the scenario.
hip hop
that
is
they're
about the
living.
struggle, bro. It's
So
about
it's
the
about
underdog,
struggle, right? So they
And-
feel it.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's very interesting, man. And even like with the way that the whole scene is now, right? And you guys have learned so much over the years from all like your travels, right?
Right.
What's one of the biggest lessons that you feel that you've learned doing music within like this whole Bollywood space, or not just Bollywood space, but just the whole South Asian space?
Yeah.
You want to
Go
go?
on, Tim.
I was gonna say just kind of what I said before is like there's more than one way to the bag, and there's more than one bag. You know what I mean? Like I've been able to just like by owning my catalog,
Yeah.
just out of nowhere. Like for example, like 2 years ago, I was on vacation in Italy, just doing my thing. Got a message from a Bollywood film producer. The guy's like, "Bro, I've been watching you from time. You did this one song in 2009. This is 2020 now." The guy goes, "Yo, I remember your music video in 2009. I think you'd be perfect. I wanna put you in a Bollywood movie." I'm like, "Rah, what the hell?" And then all of a sudden it sparked. Last year, I got a huge sync license deal from a song a freestyle I did in 2004. So then all of a sudden I started realizing, I'm like, yo, the power of owning my catalog. You never know who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter
100%.
you're not on Northern Bars or you're not on like, you know, Blog to Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm getting to the bag out here, bro. And it's because
100%.
I've been doing it for so long and I own
The
this
catalog,
catalog.
You gotta own
You
your
know?
masters,
and you
man.
gotta
That's
own
the
your
thing.
masters, bro. And yo, you never know who's
Bro,
watching.
trust
What's
me.
meant for you is meant for you. No man can stop. Own your masters
100%.
and just keep going. Every big bag I've ever gone to in my life, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to brag like I'm Drake or something. I'm not getting that big of bags, but like any bag I've gotten in my life has been a random call. Like, yo, I like this track from 7 years ago. Boom, we want you on this Bollywood thing or that thing, and it's a constant reminder of just stay in your lane and just keep doing you. You don't trap music is popping, cool. You don't need to do trap music. You know, this is popping. Like, yo, just do you. And as
Just
long as
enjoy what you do, man,
Yeah.
because that's really what it's about, right? It's passion. It's treat it like a business on the back end, but don't
course.
lose that love for it.
Yeah.
Just make music, bro. Whatever you're feeling, make it, bro. And if you're making good enough and you're connecting with yourself, hopefully the audience will connect with it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't make music like today I'm gonna make this with this flow and this that. We just get into the vibe. Okay, cool. Boom. Here you go.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't even have no Indian instruments in it.
Yeah.
It's just a hip hop greasy beat. But that's what's selling, bro. It's just the lyrical content and the melodies is what really matters. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The beat has to be dope, but you obviously 50% is the beat, 50% is you as well. You got to do something fucking hard, you know.
Yeah.
So it don't matter what, you know.
No, that's jewelry right there, man.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I feel like this was a fruitful conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Definitely,
saying?
bro. Definitely.
From this, I feel like the audience will be able to catch what like the roots of this scene and y'all are like some of the pioneers of making this.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure. man.
bringing different parts to the hip hop scene,
For sure.
Yeah.
and broadening us worldwide. And I want to give you guys my appreciation for that.
thank
man.
Of course,
I
no, thank you, man.
appreciate you too,
Appreciate it.
man.
I
Thanks,
appreciate having us and, you know, kind of allowing us to expose our side of music to your audience as well. You know what I mean? Because we love hip hop from day one, and it's like we just, you know, we don't. It's not like we're doing this or that. We're just doing what we love to do. So whatever comes to us naturally, and we grew up in the West, but we're from the East originally. So it's like we blend the two styles together. You know what I'm saying?
I think what's important is like number
Just
one,
love what you do,
Your
man.
podcast documents Toronto hip hop. So how can you document the hip hop without documenting all aspects of it? So salute to you for like not just staying in like a very focused like narrow-minded lane. It's just like, yo, bro, you're focusing on everything, you know? And that's true documentation of the Toronto culture, because we're a multicultural city.
Yes.
And it's only going to get more and more multicultural the more
100%.
immigration increases. So anybody watching this, like, you may be like a Portuguese rapper. Fam,
Yeah,
go find
dope,
your
man.
lane. I guarantee you
for
there's a
sure.
lane for Portuguese rappers, for African rappers, Indian
Anything,
rappers,
everything.
anything and everything, bro. Don't get discouraged just because, you know, these traditional lanes ain't opening their doors
Exactly,
for you.
bro.
Find your own door, kick it open, and just keep going, you know?
No, that's blessed. What do y'all got coming up next?
You want to go? So we just finished, like last night and one night, we just banged out an EP.
Wow.
So we did like a 4-song EP. We're going to shoot the videos this week or next week. I'm going out to England in September. Got to shoot a video. And I'm planning, if everything works out, to drop the EP while I'm there. We'll do the press run.
Nice.
I got a track. Do you know who Humble the Poet is?
I do.
Yeah, so me and Humble the Poet got a track coming out next Friday, June 16th. And
Yo, tell Humble to pull up, man.
I'll tell Humble to pull up, man. No problem, bro.
I know he's from here. He be on
he's
Brilliant
from here.
Idiots. He gets around, bro. I
He's
know
huge,
Humble,
bro.
Yeah.
He's on Breakfast Club. He's on
Multiple
Brilliant-
times, yeah.
Multiple times. So that's the homie, dog. He would love to come through.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put him on, bro. Because he's a head, bro. He's a hip-hop head.
I
So
know.
got that track coming out on Friday, June 16th.
Dope.
Going out to England to do the press run, drop the track album with Roach, and just keeping it moving. What about you?
That's it, man. Same thing. Just keeping it moving, man. Just hustling, man. Every day, man. That's
Oh,
it.
shout out to shout out to Hundas, a homie. Blessed you with the shirt as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hundas.
Yo, shout out to Hondas. Where's my shirt, dog? What happened to my shirt, dog?
It's
coming,
coming.
man. Feeling ways right now, bro.
Listen,
I'm
man.
playing.
I really appreciate you. Appreciate y'all
thank you
coming
so
through.
much.
Thank you so much, man.
Friday, bro. You've
check
been growing.
check us out, man. RoachKilla on Instagram.
Yes.
Check out Get Blitz.
No, at Blitz Music
Sorry,
1,
my
the
bad.
number one. Yeah, at Blitz Music 1, the number one on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah,
YouTube.com/Get
man.
Blitz.
Have a listen to the blend if you never heard
Yeah,
it.
if you never
Fusion.
heard
Let us
it.
know what you think. Let us know if
Yeah.
you with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's it,
man.
Yeah.
And make sure to follow both of these gentlemen and hit them up on their Spotify pages and stuff like that and tune into all of the music. You know what I'm saying?
Respect, my brother.
And before we get out of here, I got to give a quick shout out to my sponsors once again. Salute to Astro Pink. If you know, you know. Check them out on their website, myastropink.com. Or if you want to hit them up on their Instagram, hit them up, Astro Pink Worldwide. And Diamond Club, deliveries all over the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page, diamondclub_905. Or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed website. I'm going to take us out here with Lethal Combination by
RoachKilla.
Big tune by Roach.
Tune there, you know.
Let's get it.
We love hip hop.